We all wish we could bring our Disney vacation home with us, right? To have that Disney feeling every day? Well, why not start your day the Disney way with a Disney blend from Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company? With over 23 varieties to choose from the French bistro you find in your resort room to the Yachtsman's Steakhouse and Gico, of course, and now Joffrey's newest Disney blend, Le Cellier. Why not start your day with that Disney magic? Order yours today at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
To those guests who just joined us, welcome. Our next stop is the Magic Kingdom.
To Tim and Bob, Bob and Tim, this is Brad, and welcome aboard the Resort Loop. Enjoy your stay.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
As you enter, please slide across the seat to allow room for those who may follow. And please be sure your hands and legs are away from open doors. Thank you.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us once again. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
This is ResortLoop.com. How about that open from a good friend of ours?
That was very nice. Very, very nice. What shows? Oh, isn't he part of our Disney Roundtable or DVC Roundtable?
He absolutely is. He's a great contributor to the show. We love Brad a lot. He helps us out here with a whole bunch.
A whole bunch, yeah. Good guy over there. Brad, he's over in, where is he? New Mexico, I think?
Yeah, he's over there somewhere that way. Arizona? I don't know.
It's kind of small out
Southwesty.
west. You guys will find him.
Yeah, you'll know.
I'm sure.
He's wearing the Disney t-shirt.
Exactly, yeah. Thank you, Brad. Really appreciate that. So, Tim.
Yes, Bob.
What do you got over there? And then I'll tell you what I got.
Well, before I go anywhere, I think we need to thank the guests on our last show.
Oh, absolutely. Fantastic. Oh, my goodness.
Our good friends over there at Pixar helping us out on our 4th anniversary. Yep,
they are wonderful folks over there. Always willing to help us, and we so appreciate them. 4th anniversary, we wanted to do something special for you guys in LooperNation, and so we contacted our pals over there, and they said, absolutely, we'll help you guys out. So thank you, Tasha and Steve, for the last show. That kind of ties in with what I got.
Oh, well, what do you have?
This is a This Day in Disney History, Tim.
Oh, you know I love them.
In 2004, the Disney Pixar animation feature Finding Nemo. You ever seen that?
I love the Finding Nemo.
All right. Earns an amazing 9 Annie Awards at the 31st annual event held at the Alex Theater in Glendale, California. Now, the Annie Awards are the highest honor given for excellence in animation.
Excellent.
How about that?
I kind of put that together. I wasn't thinking it was a Little Orphan Annie.
No.
Award. But.
But that's a big deal for those guys.
Oh, it's huge.
To have that many 9
from your peers
wins. Right. So they won outstanding directing, outstanding writing, outstanding effects, music, character design, character animation, voice acting, production design, and outstanding achievement in an animated theatrical feature. So, again, that's why we said what we said to those guys. We want them to know how much we appreciate all the things they do for us. I tell you,
all the hard work, and they're passionate. Just shows in every movie.
Absolutely. So, thank you again, guys. So, what do you got over there?
I got a couple reviews. We fell behind a little bit on reviews. I have a couple here to catch up on. One is from Asiado. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Goes out. One of my favorite podcasts to listen to.
Ooh, very nice.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Then we have another one here from Rob B. He says, a while back I was searching for some theme park music loops from Walt Disney World. By complete accident, I ran into ResortLoop.com podcast. After some highly addictive Jack Wagner monorail spieling and the familiar bing bong of the monorail closing door alarm, Tim Scott and Bob Collar express their love for Disney and theme park experience in a way that keeps me giggling as I fight Los Angeles traffic. Oh, see, he's a left coaster.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Disney World isn't just for kids anymore. These grown men relish the experience, have been He says, I've been an annual pass holder for decades. I enjoyed Disneyland as the local hangout, but in spite of having to make airline reservations, book resorts, stake their claim on FastPass Pluses, they genuinely enjoy the Disney experience and want others to get into the immersive experience of Disney World. Their reviews of current events like the Cabanas and Drone Show were highly insightful, and their DVC Roundup tries to explain the intricacies to the otherwise confusing Vacation Club. That's true. It's a highly amusing and informative podcast produced by men who do more than just play golf at Walt Disney World. Which you also do that.
Well, it's got to do it all if you can. Yeah,
how awesome is that? Well, thank you, Rob.
So, thank you, Rob, and really, I take that very much to heart. I really appreciate that because that may be the first time anyone's called me a grown man. So that's nice. Yeah. That touched me very much. So thank you very much, Rob. One more thing before we start the show, Tim.
Yeah.
This is from a quote I found from an Imagineer and illustrator, John Hench.
Oh, yes.
He said, tomorrow we're going to the park and we'll go down, stand in a line, and pretend we're guests. I always come back with a full load of notes.
Interesting.
So be careful who you're standing next to, folks.
That's right.
You might be standing to somebody pretty impressive and high up on either Disney or Pixar's ladder there. So
they might not just be on their phone tweeting. They might be making notes of what people are saying around them.
Exactly. I thought that was pretty cool.
That is very cool. Love it.
All right. So, Tim.
Yes, Bob.
What are we going to talk about today?
Today, we're going to continue our series on What's Your One Tip?
Ooh.
I love it. And this one is the your one tip for enjoying Disney's all-star resorts.
Yeah, we had a great turnout for that. We all appreciate all you guys at LooperNation for giving us your one tip for enjoying the All-Stars. Not all of them were a tip for enjoying the All-Star resorts, however.
Maybe enjoying was a poor choice of words when we threw this out there. Your one tip involving the All-Star resorts.
Yeah, I suppose. But all right. Well, Tim, why don't you start us off?
I'm going to start us off with good friend Scott E. Fody of the show. He said, when we stayed at any of the All-Star resorts, we discovered doing takeout breakfast. It means eating in the room to be less stressful on the family to get ready for the day's adventures. I'd be in charge of getting the meals. While I took the leisurely walk to get breakfast, my wife would take our son. They'd both get dressed and get ready by the time I returned. Eating in the room is definitely more peaceful. That's true.
That's a great tip, no matter where you're staying.
That's true. You send the one adult out to get something, you clear up a lot of bathroom space, a lot of bathroom time.
Right.
The other person get ready much quicker.
And we both have kids and know that sometimes it takes them a while.
Oh, yeah.
You and I are up early anyway, so that's not a bad idea.
Oh, my goodness.
Get breakfast, get everybody ready to go.
We get up at 7. We've slept like kings that night.
Yeah, exactly. So, a good pal of the show, Terry Pritchard, says in-room breakfast, followed by the early buses possible to the park. So, another one, in-room breakfast.
Yeah, because remember, you're a little further away, so you get on the earliest one you can and get to where you want to go. Get to your park.
Right. And I will say this, I'm not anti All-Star or any of the values for that matter, but that food court gets slammed at breakfast time and dinner time especially.
Yeah, sometimes you just need a box of Pop-Tarts.
Right. Yeah, why not?
Joe Quattrochi. Joe. He says, while booking any of the All-Star resorts, take a minute and do some research and try to find out if there are any cheerleading or dance competitions of any sport or any other sports or tournaments that are taking place at ESPN Wide World of Sports during the dates you will be in the world. This can be done by checking the ESPN Wide World of Sports website. If there is a tournament, the sports teams tend to stay at the All-Stars and the bands tend to stay at All-Star Music. If you want a quieter stay, book accordingly.
Great tip.
I was going to say, exactly.
I was at the All-Star Sports when Pop Warner was there, and of course we were right outside the football field, which was great.
Right.
Since Pop Warner is all about football.
It doesn't mean they're necessarily all being bad, but it's hard to keep that many kids quiet. So they're just being kids, doing. You get that many, there's just going to be some noise.
Exactly. Justin Leischer says, my one tip, stay at Coronado Springs.
Hey, that's not a bad one, Justin.
Exactly. No, but seriously, I try to book a room that faces the parking lot. The noise in the alleyway between buildings tends to echo.
Mm-hmm.
Kiddos playing on the football field in the middle of main buildings can be noisy when you're trying to get as much shut-eye before an 8 a.m. rope drop. So there you go. Yeah. Sometimes it's better having that parking lot view.
Here's what I don't mind about the parking lot view at any of the All-Stars. If you've brought your own car,
oh, yeah,
you're that much closer to your car.
Absolutely.
So I find it very convenient, and it's cheaper because it's a parking lot view. So.
Yep. Good call.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Christy Leach. She says, let's try to say that 10 times fast. As long as she wasn't selling seashells, we were good to go. Christy said, depending on where your room is located, it may be a closer walk to one of the other All-Star resorts for buses and the food court. When we stayed at All-Star Movies, our room was closer to sports, so we dined over there more and got on and off the bus there. How about that?
That's a good call.
Check out those resort maps.
That's a good call.
That's a great call.
Yeah. Ben Fluth says, enjoying all the theming, walk around the other All-Star resorts, and take advantage of the pizza delivery.
Oh, yeah, the pizza golf cart.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there you go.
Or maybe you could take the pizza golf cart onto the golf course. That'd be awesome.
They wouldn't like that.
I would like it if I was golfing. Anyway. Kyle Ostrander says, if you're booking at the last minute trip, go with All-Stars. There's always a room available.
Yep. And really, if you're going to be, just going to the parks all day long, you're not enjoying the, the pools and stuff at the more expensive resorts.
Right. Why pay for something you're not really going to use?
Exactly.
Especially in the winter. That's one of our tips we've brought up before. If you're going in January or February, you might not want to pay to stay at the beach club necessarily. You're going to pay for that pool, and you're not going to be able to get in it.
Right. Well, remember what Chris Malick said on our last DVC show. He was out at Disneyland, and they closed the pool for the season because it gets cold.
Right. So,
it's a great pool if you're going to be able to use it.
Oh, absolutely.
Mika Weiss says, All-Star Sports is best for transportation, since it is the first picked up, seats aren't all taken, and the first dropped off. Back to room more quickly.
Nice.
Good tip.
I love that.
Yeah.
Scott Campbell, good friend of the show, says, don't book somewhere else.
That's easy for Scott to say. He's right down the road.
Exactly.
So
we'll book a room at his new house.
There you go. Scott, we got to be your first guests. We're just saying.
We'll be right there. We need a couple outlets for the equipment, and we're good to go.
True. We could do that.
And your Wi-Fi code.
We'll have to have a Loopermeet at Scott's house.
There you go.
Dustin Harrelson says, walk all 3 All-Stars and check out the themes for each. We did this one evening, and it was a nice stroll.
I love that.
So, yeah, that's a great idea. And really, wherever you're at, whatever resort you stay at, don't forget to take a stroll during the day and take one at night. Because they change so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And who doesn't enjoy anywhere in Disney World at night?
Oh, yeah. Unless it's raining. Exactly.
Nice. Dee Dee Herring. She's checking in. She's saying booking sports is definitely the way to go, especially if you have to take the buses, since the All-Star Sports gets picked up first. However, it's worth the money to have a car and drive yourself to all the parks except the Magic Kingdom. Oh, and one bit of former cast member advice. The All-Stars are the primary target for a huge scam that happens in the lots of hotels around the area. If you ever get any pizza flyers under your door, on your door, even in the room, ignore it. There are also scanners who will sneak in and get the flyers into your room. I think I said scanners. I said it should have been scammers. There might be scanners. Who knows? Anyway, you get these flyers in your room, and they have really good pizza deals on them. However, people will call to order, give their credit card info, and no pizza shows up. Ooh, that doesn't sound good at all. Then they take your credit card information. It happens so many times for a while when she worked there. Even if it seems legitimate, like it says Domino's, like if it says Domino's on it, it's likely not. If you went off property for pizza, search your favorite pizza places. Look at their websites, get the local phone numbers, or just go to Blaze at Disney Springs. No pizza anywhere near Disney is better than Blaze.
Oh, there you go.
I got to give you a little info, Bob. I think I already mentioned this to you personally. Blaze Pizza.
Yeah.
Coming to my hometown.
What?
I know. There's going to be one like a few miles from here eventually.
Aren't you near where that one basketball player lives, somewhere around there?
I did not know, or if I knew, I had forgotten. I didn't realize Blaze was partially owned by Mr. LeBron.
Yeah.
So
how about that?
Crazy. So he wants one apparently in his area.
Yeah.
So he'll probably be hanging down there all the time when he wants a little pizza.
Well, I don't know. If he's as cheap as me, maybe he'll go and work, when they're not playing.
I'm sure. I don't think he's as cheap as you. I'm just going to say I doubt it.
Well, yeah. Everybody needs a summer job.
That's true. That's true.
David Zanini says, pretend you're actually staying in Heck.
Oh.
I cleaned that up.
Yeah, I noticed.
And then the All-Stars won't seem so bad. Hashtag lowered expectations.
Wow. Oh, David, not a lover. Not a lover of the All-Stars.
I guess. Thanks anyway, David.
Thanks. I believe this person is a fan of the All-Stars, Miss Rebecca Toon.
Yes, she is.
Her tip, I like this one. Don't request a room near Bob.
Oh, come on.
You'll be out in the woods. And then she goes, am I right, Joe? Also,
come on.
I know. Manage your expectations. It's a value, but it's also a value resort. Plan accordingly. So, well, who wants to be really real close to you anyway? But
wow,
it is a value resort, so it does have amenities that are, give it some value and some reasons to stay there.
Absolutely. Look, let me read this last one, and then we'll give our opinions.
Do it.
DVC Mary at DVC_99 says, don't stay there.
Oh.
Try to go off season and aim for a moderate.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I do love the moderates.
Oh, I do too. Yeah. But here's the thing. The only time I would suggest maybe, and this is just a maybe, to completely disregard any of the value resorts is if you have teenagers, a couple of teenagers.
That room gets, yes.
What's that?
I was going to say that room gets small quickly then.
Absolutely. You're exactly right. That's what I was getting to. And also, I mean, obviously, if you've got, a bigger family, you can't stay there. But here's why. When you have little kids, those giant figures all throughout the parks, they're going to love those things.
Oh, absolutely. It's a win-win.
Yeah, they're going to be in awe. They're going to be just like, wow, this is so cool, And if you're older and maybe empty nesters, why do you want to spend an awful lot of money? I mean, yeah, you could if you got it, but you're not spending a whole lot of time in the room anyway.
Right. It's kind of that formula. Would you rather go more times, at a value than less times, and stay deluxe or moderate?
Right.
If I could go down 2 or 3 times a year and stay at value instead of maybe one big trip at a deluxe.
Right.
Forget about it. That's a win.
Now, we have a friend at work who he has a 9-year-old son.
Yes, he does.
And he asked him, he said, do you want us to go a couple of times next year? We'll stay at a value resort, or do you want to go, once every couple of years and we'll stay at like the Polynesian?
Yes.
His son said, yeah, we can wait.
He spoiled his son is what it is.
Apparently. Oh my goodness. I feel bad for him because, when that kid decides on what college to go to, look out.
We both know he's going to be well taken care of.
No, I think it'll be all right. Yeah. So Tim, what tip do you have for staying at an All-Star?
My one tip we already just talked about. As long as if you can go, have a great time at the parks, don't spend the extra money necessarily on your resort. I'd rather go, like I just said, 2 or 3 times a year if I had that kind of schedule than just once and stay like at the Polynesian or the Beach Club.
Yeah.
Now, I know there's been years when just schedule-wise, we could only go for maybe 1 week that year. Mm-hmm. So we went all out. We went like Beach Club or Polynesian. But, as maybe things open up, we might be taking more trips and maybe doing some All-Stars. And I don't even mind the moderate. I'm loving the Coronado Springs the last couple of times we stayed there.
Absolutely, yeah. Coronado's beautiful. I love all of the moderate resorts. Now, I'm going to be going down. My one tip is the same as Joe Quattrochi. Make sure that you don't have anything crazy going on with, the cheerleading or the bands are going to be down there, or like I ran into any kind of football or baseball thing going on. If that's the case, that's fine. Just make sure you request one of the other all-star resorts, or maybe just go over to Art of Animation or Pop, something like that. But I would stay away from them if there was all kinds of chaos going on.
Well, true. Sometimes that extra $40 a night for a moderate could be is well worth a good night's sleep.
Absolutely. Now I'm going down in July with my family, and I've got 2 teenage kids, but I'm still going to be staying at one of the All-Stars just because I know that we're not going to be spending any time in the room. There's going to be just no downtime. We're going down for my daughter's high school graduation, and they want to hit every park all day, and they're going to be able to do it because they're young.
Right.
So, there you go.
Because you can even wind them up and say, well, we'll just meet you back at the room at a certain time. They're at that age now.
Oh, absolutely. And they know how to find a bus, and they've been to Disney enough that they know how to do that. So,
absolutely.
So, everybody, thank you so much for giving us your one tip for enjoying the Disney All-Stars. We'll have another one tip coming up. Check social media, Twitter and Facebook for that. That's where we post those.
Absolutely.
And speaking of the All-Stars, Tim.
Yes, I'm excited.
Okay.
I know where you're going.
Yes, you do. So what's going on at the All-Stars in a couple of months?
Well, we've already announced our dates for the Loopermeet 2017.
Yeah.
Now we have a rough itinerary we're going to clue people in on so they can plan if they're going to be down there. Maybe they'll know where to find us.
Right.
On Friday, this is the 21st of April. At noon, we're going to be checking into our hotel. Don't come there. That is kind of boring watching us check in. But 4 p.m. that evening.
Wait a minute. We forgot. Okay. People are going to be like, it takes 4 hours to check into an All-Star? We're not going there.
Oh, should we start this? Okay, so Thursday, after work, and we don't know when this is. This is why you want to be tuned in to like Facebook and Twitter with us. And make sure you have all your notifications ready to go. We're driving from Cleveland, Ohio, the beginning of Interstate 77 South, to Orlando. Nonstop.
What? Wait, whoa.
I know.
I knew that. Go ahead.
I know you knew that. So we're going to get probably attack each other in the car, so you want to stay tuned to watch those fights.
Right.
And
this may actually be the last Loopermeet.
This is what it's going to be.
And
let's
Tim
be honest.
will be on one side, I'll be on the other side, and we'll be just like, don't go talk to him.
That's right. Let's be honest, we might not even make it there. Or one of us is only going to make it there. The other one's getting dropped off in North Carolina. Stay at Testa's house.
Hey, there you go. All right, so I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. But,
no problem.
All right.
So our first thing will be at 4 p.m. because we're assuming once we get there, we're going to have to sleep for a little bit.
Right.
So 4
and shower. Don't forget that.
Oh, you better hope we shower. 4 p.m. Disney Springs. So we'll be somewhere there. Yeah, that information will be forthcoming. Saturday, 8 a.m. We are going to get up early. It says 8 a.m. I think we're going to have to get up before that, though, Bob. We're going to cheer on the Rocketeers.
Yes, we will.
We will be somewhere around the Crescent Lake area. Whether it be the Boardwalk or the Beach Club, somewhere in that area.
Yeah.
At 2 p.m. that Saturday, the official 2017 Loopermeet. 2 p.m., that's at the Grand Floridian.
Yeah.
It was at the Gasparilla Grill.
Yep.
I always want to call it Gasparilla Grill and Games, but I'm going way back for that one. So after we're there for a couple hours, around 4 o'clock or so, we're going to be riding the Resort Loop monorail. I'm not sure why we're doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can break out some microphones on the Resort Loop.
I think you can count on it.
Talk to some folks.
Not even listeners of the show. We're just going to walk up randomly doing man on the street interviews.
Well, if nobody from the Loopermeet goes with us on the monorail, then I suppose we will have to just grab random people.
That's true. So after a couple laps doing that, or who knows what else we'll do, if around 5 p.m. or so, we're going to stop at Captain Cook's at the Polynesian.
For what?
Hello, I want a Dole Whip. That might be at the Pineapple Lanai, but it's going to be somewhere at the Polynesian.
Very well, depending on what time we get up on Saturday to go cheer on the Rocketeers, that might be a good coffee stop as well.
Oh, you know it. I thought that went without saying. And then that evening, we're hoping to see, this will be the first time for me. Is it the first time for you?
Yeah.
How about a little Yeehaw Bob?
Yeehaw! Oh, that's not me?
It can be. You need your shirt.
I do need. That's a cool shirt.
And then Sunday morning, after crashing that night, we're going to get up early again and cheer on our Rocketeer and the Marathon Runners. Get some breakfast around the boardwalk, Echo Lake area. And then at 10 a.m., I love this part, Bob, heading to a park.
I love it.
I don't think we know which park yet. Do we know which park? Or are we going to...
I think we're going to try and hit a bunch of them. I don't know if we're going to command all 4.
Oh.
We'll see. But I'm guessing we'll probably... I think we might have to go over to Epcot. Start our day at Epcot.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, just because we got to see Elsa and Anna.
Who are they? It sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
They're from. I believe they're from Norway. I think they.
Norway.
They are part of the new Maelstrom.
The new Maelstrom.
That's what I'm calling it.
I love it. Maelstrom 2, Electric Boogaloo.
No,
I think so.
Part.
No,
I'm not going to call it that.
So that's exactly. That's our rough itinerary. Subject to change, maybe due to weather or us not making it down there, or wringing each other's necks. I don't know.
Oh my goodness! No, it's going to be a great time. We hope everybody can come. We've already posted that on Facebook, so and Twitter. We've gotten a lot of good responses from everybody, and we just really hope to see you down there.
I think it'll be a great time.
Absolutely.
See people, be seen. I'm not sure what that means.
By the way,
yes,
we will they'll be able to actually meet and possibly photograph Tim Scott for the first time.
Don't do it. Nothing good can happen. Nothing good.
No. And just to let you know, he is not a senator from South Carolina. So
let's relive that hashtag from earlier in the show. Lowered expectations.
Well, there you go. maybe that's why we're staying at the All-Stars. That's awesome. I love that. That's the theme. That'll be the theme of the
I've warned people for months. It's really not a big deal.
Hashtag lowered expectations.
Exactly.
I like that. I like that a lot. Anyway, we're going to have some contests. We're going to have some giveaways. You'll be able to get your very own highly coveted ResortLoop.com pin.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe some other fun stuff will happen. So please join us on Friday, the 21st of April through the 23rd of April. So
nice.
Tim.
3 days, it'll feel like a week and a half. Because after all that, we have to drive back up north, another 1,000 miles back home.
Oh, well, there is that. It will always be a week. I mean, it's 4 days of travel. But and by the way, we've had some folks ask, you guys are welcome to do all of this with us.
Oh, absolutely.
All of it.
Absolutely. Everybody's welcome. Oh, what?
Except I draw the line at the nap. That you're not allowed to do.
Well, that's true. That's what we didn't have. Did we put nap on this? Does nap? It doesn't really say nap on there. I just knew when it was. So I've shared too much.
So, please come, just have some fun with us, hang out with us for a few days and see how really goofy we are.
Yeah, you'll find how much of an act this really is.
No, you'll be like, wow, they're really odd. They're like that all the time.
They are. It never turns off.
There's no downtime with these guys. Anyway, Tim, that is all I've.
Oh, everybody, thank you. This is going to be. I'm going to use the word epic. But again, I'm also using the word hashtag lowered expectations. So at the same time, it goes both ways. I'm Tim Scott. You can find me on Twitter, ResortLoop10, Facebook at Tim Scott, the website, ResortLoop.com.
I'm ResortLoop Bob on the Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, rate us on iTunes, and what should everybody else do?
Please go out there, and before we have to drive 1,000 miles, go out there and share the gateway to the magic.
See you, everybody. With 4 theme parks, 25 resort hotels, hundreds of dining and shopping locations, and seemingly innumerable special events and ticket options, planning a trip to Walt Disney World can seem overwhelming. That's why the ResortLoop.com podcast has teamed up with People Mover Travel to help you get the most magic out of your Disney vacation. People Mover Travel will walk you through every aspect of your next Disney trip, from ensuring you get the best discounts to FastPass Plus and dining reservations and so many other things. Best of all, there is no fee for their service. That's right, you get your very own expert Disney vacation planner at no cost to you. For more information and to request a free, no-obligation quote, visit peoplemovertravel.com.